be Dave. Yeah, also,
Dave?
just to clarify, I'm just messing with the Spooky Sounds app on my phone, which I thought would be fun to have up. You know,
It's
just
spooky.
You know what I mean? It's just a bit fun, really.
We're spooky, and so's the app.
Ever. But I also just recently discovered that the more you press the button, it remixes. So here we go.
When there is no,
You know what's coming.
Target.
A wee Vine reference there for you guys.
Yep.
Well, everyone loves Vine. Remember Vine?
I do. I miss Vine.
I'm sorry. I'm not over it. I'm still not over
TikTok is shit.
it. It's not. I enjoy TikTok. Wow, that's how angry he was. He just slammed his mug on the table. And again, literally, what's this banging monk podcast? Huh? People didn't come here to listen to fucking mugs getting banged on the table.
The scary thing is, though, neither of us banged our mugs on the table.
Dun 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 dun. Ghosts.
And welcome to Trick or Tea.
Welcome to Trick or Tea. I'm Drew.
And I'm Robbie.
Yeah. And we are here basically to help you with day-to-day problems.
Yep, we're life coaches.
We are life coaches. So yeah, if you feel like you need help with anything, feel free to write in.
Yep, if you read the blurb on this and it said about telling ghost stories, that's a lie.
Unfortunately, you were misled.
Yep, we're life coaches.
Yep.
But if ghosts are involved, that would be better.
Yeah, if you had any spooky paranormal issues, then we'd be your life coaches.
Are you getting married to a ghost? Do you need help with the wedding planning?
That does happen.
It does?
The lady, she just got married to the ghost of a pirate.
Oh, don't we all?
Yeah. A dream.
Yeah, it is a dream.
You know, people get married to really weird things. The woman who got married to the train station. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, really. Like, it's quite a good balance, you know. You have time apart. She just leaves the station, you know.
Oh.
Kind of difficult, though, for the wedding photos. Well, not really. I guess she would just stand on the train station and
yeah, but all the photos
pose.
of her inside of her husband.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is called pegging. It's not what we're here for.
Ghosts.
Exactly.
If we forget what this podcast is about, we will shout ghosts.
Every so often, we'll just shout ghosts.
And then remember.
Yeah. Prize for the person who writes in and lets us know how many times we shouted ghosts in this episode, because it's probably going to be a few times.
Yeah.
So keep count, guys.
And how many times we say spooky as well. Oh my god.
Spooky. But watch out, because sometimes we'll occasionally write spoopy.
Oh.
Because, you know, cute.
Because we're random.
Oh my god, so fucking random.
Right.
God.
Tell me a fucking story, Drew.
Okay, right. I might have a story.
Yeah, tell me one.
Okay, are you familiar with the year 2011? I think you were there.
Yeah.
Were you around?
I think I was.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was doing in that
Physically.
time. Oh, well, I think that was a big year for me.
Big year.
Just graduated or was about to
Ghosts.
graduate. Oh, well, yeah, ghosts. And back in the room.
And we're back in the room of the ghosts. All right.
2011, guys.
2011. Gary, Indiana.
Got it?
Place called Gary.
Oh.
Gary. What a place. Amazing. I love that when there's just places named after people's names. Like, can you imagine if there was just a village called Robbie?
I would be inside of
The
it
king.
all the time.
You'd be the king of that village. You walk in and be like, my actual name is Robbie.
Don't think it works that way. Actually, I have been to a village called Helen in America, but I don't want to say I've been inside Helen because that's my sister's name. Bit weird. Sorry, Helen.
Ghosts. Ghosts.
Ghosts. And
We're back. Right. Have you heard of the Ammons haunting?
Almond?
No, not Ammons. Ammons.
I've had some haunted almond milk in the past. Just saying.
Spooky milk.
Spooky milk.
Sorry, spooky milk.
Oh,
so random.
Ghosts.
Right. So basically, there was a lady named Latoya Ammons, and she moved into a house with her mother and 3 kids in Gary, Indiana.
Oh.
Can you guess which year?
2010?
No.
2011.
Yeah.
I fucking got it the second time I knew it would.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Starts off pretty cliche.
Mm-hmm.
Footsteps in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Bing, bang, bong.
Yep.
Who's down there? Who's that? Come up.
Don't care.
How dare you?
Gary?
Get out of my house. Maybe Gary.
Yep.
Who knows? Footsteps in the basement.
Oh, shit.
Gets pretty intense. All 3 kids became possessed.
It goes from footsteps in the basement to possessed
Bit of a
children.
jump. I might have missed out some info here, but all I know is the kids became possessed.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah, this house was pretty mental, I'm not gonna lie. They had clairvoyants visit the house and basically told the family that the house was host to over 200 demons.
That's a lot of demons.
It's one more than I can handle.
Yeah, I don't
199, sure. Don't know about 200 though.
like demons.
Really shouldn't say these things out loud.
Why? Because the demons are watching you.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Demons aren't real.
No.
Sorry. They might be.
Don't anger them.
Fuck you, demons. Right.
Yeah. Basically, this house was pretty messed up. It was also described as a portal to hell
Okay, that's not good.
by police officers that investigated the house.
Are they professional hell knowers?
I mean,
They're just policemen.
they're not quite as professional as us,
Yeah, that's true.
as in when it comes to spotting portals to hell.
And bullying and life coaching.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, we're all of those things.
that's it. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Anyway, yeah, so it kicked off a bit there.
Yeah.
Basically, it became pretty bad. One of the kids, so their son,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the one that kind of got affected the most.
Oh,
So,
shit.
essentially, the kids would sort of show signs of distress, and obviously they would be shaken, and all the cliche demon stuff.
Yep.
The box standard exorcist.
Yeah.
Exorcist possession.
Possession. We've all been there.
Yeah, basically cliche.
Yep.
So the kids would essentially, and you stop saying essentially, so essential that you know this information.
It is quite essential.
Essential. Ghost, an essential ghost story. Yeah, the kids basically, their eyes would bulge out of their heads. Pretty creepy.
Yep.
The thing that got me when I was looking this up is basically that they were described as having evil smiles.
Oh, I don't like evil smiles.
No, especially on like a little kid as well. It's a bit like, ooh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
punch
kind
him
of
in
weird.
the nose.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you smiling at me so evilly?
Yeah, just fuck off.
Evilly? Is that a word?
It is now.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Hell yeah. So yeah, basically a lot of really weird stuff happened. Gary Police Captain Charles Austin told the paper that he was initially skeptical of the family's claim, which is,
There's fucking 200 demons in my house. Can you
Yeah.
go have a look?
yeah, obviously this dude's going to be like, I kind of have other stuff to deal with right now.
Yeah, fuck
I have
off,
donuts.
Latoya.
I have donuts to eat.
Oh, oh, stereotypes.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's probably kind of bad. I'm
I'd-
sorry to all the police officers out there that are listening. I don't think you actually do eat donuts.
To be fair, if they eat as many donuts as I do, that's fair. That's
You're
a lot of
basically a
donuts.
fully qualified police officer.
I am. I actually am.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Who's not, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Citizens arrests.
Life coach. You could be a policeman if you want to be a policeman.
You absolutely can, guys.
Yep.
Trust me, you can. You can do it.
So what happened?
Well, yeah, so basically after he conducted, searches and investigatings, the police, they went into the house and they saw what was going on. It was pretty messed up.
Yep.
Just a horrible, eerie feeling, like cold, dark. Went to the basement, and essentially, the words of this police captain, Charles Austin, he basically said that he is now a believer.
Oh my
in what he
God.
saw.
Uh-oh. What did he see?
Well, I heard that there was kind of like, they went down to the basement at one point, and there was like this sort of like liquid.
Okay.
Like a liquid in the basement. Apparently the basement, that's where it was all kicking off.
Right.
That's basically where the portal was or whatever.
Okay. The Hellmouth, if you will.
The Hellmouth. or the
Buffy
Hell-
fans.
Buffy fans out there. Hell yeah. Come through.
Like they're dead. And you're trying to get them through.
Get the
Come
Ouija board
through,
out.
Buffy fans.
I mean, there might be
Uh-oh.
some. Oh, hopefully not, because Buffy wasn't that long ago.
Uh-oh. Well, started like 97.
Mm.
And ghosts.
And
Back
ghosts.
in the room.
Yeah, so basically, there was like this weird liquid or whatever that they found down there, and there was also a figure down there,
Oh, no.
a silhouette of a person.
Oh.
But was it a person? Probably not, because demons.
Yeah, I mean, there's 200 demons.
Yeah, it's bound to have been a demon.
Mhm.
Covered in a black sludge-like substance.
Mm.
Yeah, like
I
tar almost.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very nice.
No, and it's not your box standard basement dweller.
No, they're usually just smelly.
Yeah, they just hang out. You
Yep.
never know, they could be covered in sludge. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Hell sludge?
Shit.
Yeah, could be shit.
Yeah.
Definitely not just black sludge from hell,
Yeah.
which I've seen a lot of.
Haven't we all? Well,
So-
Latoya has.
Latoya has. God, I feel like we're being so disrespectful to
Sorry,
this
Latoya.
family. We're so sorry. Anyway, they're
He's
not
so
going to hear
sorry.
this.
No, well, you
They
never know.
might. You never know.
I'm going to send it to them. Listen to
you
this,
imagine?
Latoya.
Okay, this is where it kind of creeped me out as well,
Okay.
as the boy was lifted off the ground. No one touched him.
Okay.
He was lifted off the ground and he was thrown across the room into a wall.
Yeeted across
He was
that.
yeeted, again, for all the Vine fans out there. I believe it goes, this bitch empty. Yeet.
Does that mean the boy's soul's gone?
Dark.
Yeah.
Could be. Can you imagine the demon just picks him up and goes, this bitch empty. Yeet. Oh no.
The mum's like, oh dear.
No. All is well with his family now, by the way, guys.
Oh, really?
It's just, yeah, they're okay. Like,
Oh.
you know, they underwent exorcisms and they live a pretty normal, happy life now, which is good,
Aw.
obviously.
Guessing they don't live in that house anymore, though.
No, but you know who did buy it? None other than Zach Bacon.
Who's that?
The guy he's the guy from Ghost Adventures, the guy who wears the big fucking glasses that look like the 3D glasses from the cinema.
He bought it.
Zach Bacon. Yeah, he bought the house. Because
Jesus.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he bought it for $350,000, which is a pretty penny. A bargain.
Yeah.
You know, for a demon house.
Jeez.
He has also released a documentary about the house.
Seems like an investment.
Seems like it, Zach. What were
Zach.
you getting at here, Zach?
Was maybe your TV show going a bit downhill, so you thought, I'll buy a demon house.
I'm
sorry,
no,
Zach.
You know, I actually really like Ghost Adventures. I think it's really cool. I mean, Zach is just like, yeah, he's so like in there. He's like, yeah, ghost in this room. Yeah, there could be demons in this room. I mean, he's very like, yeah, in your face. But he's a cool guy. I watch Ghost Adventures. I like it. It's very binge worthy. They came to Edinburgh.
Oh, really?
They came to Edinburgh. They did the vaults.
So did Most Haunted, though, and Most Haunted. R.I.P. Derek Agora, can I just say? I miss that man.
I know, me too. I loved Derek. Truly, really did love Derek. I looked up to Derek so much because I loved all the spooky stuff, and he was cool.
I actually had his book. I've got it somewhere.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Derek.
Derek. Yvette.
Oh,
A woman.
Yvette.
We love Yvette.
Yvette and Phil.
Phil. Who was Phil again? Was he the camera guy?
No, it was her husband, who I think was like the producer.
Oh, yeah. He was the one that always used to always get scratched and bit and shit.
Yeah. And then there was a guy that got alopecia from being on the show.
Is that from the stress or the fear? Because you know that your hair can fall out and change colour from fear and stress.
It could be both.
Maybe.
I mean, it was a scary show. Could have been a ghostie just took it off.
off. Just whacked it. Snatched his wig.
Literally
Everyone.
snatched his wig.
Snatched it right off his head. Back to the story.
Yeah. Hello.
Back to, that's me. Very loud right in the mic there. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is where it gets intense. I mean, I was like, whoa, this is cool, but also like really scary.
Yeah.
So obviously this kid got taken to hospital because, you know, he just got thrown into a wall.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a little kid. Okay. The 7-year-old stared into his brother's eyes and began to growl. He then said in a very, very deep voice, "It's time to die."
Whoa.
Yeah, to his brother.
This fucking Cookie Monster's coming for me.
Very deep voice. And then he also said, "I will kill you."
I mean, I know that's supposed to be scary, but
The Cookie Monster. Like, tell me about the honey, mummy. That was really good, wasn't it? We should just do a podcast about impressions from like... What's that?
that was Yoda.
Yoda?
I can't even say anything.
Spooky it is.
I can't fucking deal. Jesus Christ. Oh,
I'm a
of
nerd.
course. He's a nerd. Of course, Star Wars. Of course, Star Wars would get brought into it, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
As I look around your living room, there's literally a Yoda staring at me right now. And it's a cat toy.
It is a cat toy. Star loves Star Wars also.
I don't think she loves Star Wars. I think Star Wars was thrust upon her.
No, I think Star Wars actually written about her.
Oh, well, yeah. She's pretty evil.
She is freaking evil.
You can see her controlling a Death Star. Where is she?
I don't-
It's really unnerving that I can't see her.
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
Last time we were here, she was literally sat on the shelf next to me, staring at me as we were recording the podcast.
She's an angry gal.
She is. She's a sweetie though.
She is.
Ghosts.
Ghost.
Ghosts. Okay, yeah. So the kid basically said this to his brother, grabbed him by the throat, and didn't let go basically until the adults hoisted his fingers off.
Oh, jeez.
He then, so his grandmother, Rosa Campbell, grabbed the kid's hand and started to pray. Once this happened, this all took place in hospital, by the way, just to clarify.
Oh, sorry.
Oh hell yeah,
Oh.
Ghosts.
Ghost.
This took place in the hospital,
Yeah.
and this is where it gets pretty nuts. I know I've said that so much, and I still haven't said it yet.
I'm ready.
Basically, he was holding his grandmother's hand, and in front of multiple nurses and doctors, he walked backwards up the wall, across the ceiling, flipped down, and stood next to his grandmother. The whole time he was holding his grand's hand.
No, I'm out.
Yeah, that was pretty spooky when I was looking at that part.
Yep. Or athletic. One of the two.
An athletic kid
Yeah.
with sticky feet, apparently.
Yeah.
Can walk up the walls.
Jesus Christ.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man could have been. Yeah, copyright. Sorry, guys.
No. Spider-Man.
Bugman.
Spugman.
Insect boy.
Insect boy.
Arachnalad.
Right, so Arachnalad went up the wall.
Arachnalad went up the wall. Yeah, walked right across the wall, up the wall, across the ceiling, flipped down, and stood back next to his gran, all while holding his gran's hand.
Right. Gonna pick this bit apart. So you'll say that this boy is maybe, well, he won't be a fully grown lad.
No, I think he was like 7.
Okay, so he was what, maybe 3 feet, 4 feet?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no, I thought that as well, because I'm like, how could he reach the ceiling while his gran was still holding his hand?
Yeah.
Maybe she was just like proper
Just
hand way
hand
up
in the air, like, all right, here he goes again.
Didn't want to let go of the kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, well, this is the thing. The nurse saw it.
Okay.
And she was like, I couldn't believe it. Basically, she had to run away. She basically ran away screaming.
I'll talk to her about it.
Yeah,
I'll get it out.
We'll get her on the podcast.
Yep.
Guys, and we'll let her tell her story.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that was probably the weirdest thing. I mean, a lot of it was weird, obviously.
Yeah.
Pretty scary.
But that's
There's
the
also
creepiest.
an image, if you Google it, if you Google like the Ammons haunting or whatever of the house,
Yeah.
and it's like the house, and then there's a front porch bit with like a window, and there was no one in the house at the time, and they took a photo for the news article of obviously what had been going on, and there's like a figure in the window, and it's shit scary because it doesn't look like a person. It looks like this weird kind of alien sort of shape, because it's got like a funny shaped head and it's completely white.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a demon.
Well,
Could be Zach. Could have been Zach Bacon, but you would have seen his glasses. You know,
Very good
you
point.
would have seen his big. He also demolished the house.
oh.
Yeah,
Well, that's not a good sign.
yeah. Like again, I haven't watched the movie, like his documentary, but I'm assuming he goes deeper into why it was demolished.
Right, yeah.
Because portal to hell. Maybe we should just knock it down.
Yeah. Will that help?
Put some sand over it. Put some sand over it.
Done.
Yeah, make a park, build a kids' park, whatever. Like put some bark out there, like a slide, some swings.
Just all these kids like, wee, not
Loving
knowing.
life.
Oh.
Yeah. So later on, Father Mike Maganot, I believe his name is, performed an exorcism on Latoya and the family in St. Stephen's Martin Church in Maryville, Indiana.
Okay.
And I believe it was successful from what I looked up. So yeah, they live a pretty normal life now. They've done interviews and stuff about what it was like. Obviously it was horrible and things like that. But and they're kind of, they're okay. Good. Which is good, obviously, because sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to things like exorcisms and, like basically the boy from Germany, who I can never remember his name, was the inspiration for the movie The Exorcist.
Oh yeah,
because he levitated off the bed and things like that, which is like a key scene in the Exorcist movie.
Mm-hmm.
All that was real, basically, with this kid, and that's what the inspiration for the movie came from. Because he was encouraged to use a Ouija board by his aunt. No, we don't touch Ouija boards, guys.
No, we
don't
do
touch
not.
them. They're cool. They're very cool.
Good to look at.
Also, fun fact. The reason they're called Ouija boards is because the brand of the board is called Ouija. They're actually called spirit boards.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're just supplying them with money by
Yeah.
saying the name.
Like when you see a random spirit board that doesn't have Ouija written anywhere on it, it's not a Ouija board, it's a spirit board. It's because the toy that was released back in the day with a box and said Ouija on it.
Ah.
You know? I think. I did hear that. I might be wrong, guys.
Okay.
But I think
Tell
us. Yeah, let us know. Because,
Just, email
we're
us.
not the smartest.
Yeah, we're not the I can't even think of it.
I mean, when it comes to the ghosts and stuff, yeah. And life coaching, apparently.
Well, apparently, fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically it, my story.
That was a cool story.
It was a cool story. It is a cool story. It's obviously very, very scary
It is.
for the family that was involved.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. But,
I do love a good story. Like, this is the thing for me is I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't want to be, but there's something in my brain that just makes me.
But it's good to be skeptical because that's what helps you sleep at night.
That's very true.
If you believe everything 100%,
Yeah.
you're never going to sleep again. Dun, dun, dun.
But yeah, I call myself an agnostic, which is essentially a guy that doesn't want to be an atheist because, just in case there is a God,
okay.
I can go up and be like, hey, I wasn't sure, can I come in?
I mean, yeah, no, I get that.
No, it's more, if something happens where I'm like, holy shit, this is definitely real.
Yeah.
So it could be ghosts, it could be God, anything. Who knows?
Yeah.
But for the minute, I like to be skeptical, but I love the idea of spirits and...
Yeah, definitely.
even
There's
just-
definitely something there. There's so much evidence for things that have happened. It's not just, it's not just someone's imagination.
Yep.
Millions of cases over the world.
And we've seen stuff ourselves.
We have. Yep.
We worked in, allegedly, the most haunted pub in Scotland.
Yeah.
I don't know where that actually came from. Who told the owner that it was the most haunted pub in Scotland? I don't know.
I mean, it was built into the old Edinburgh vaults, which obviously have a pretty dark history.
That's true. And we saw stuff.
We did.
Um,
Creepy stuff in there.
But we're not going to tell it today.
No. You'll have to tune back in for our personal experiences in this bar.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, here we go. I've got a story for you.
Oh, it's Robbie's turn, everyone. Is everyone ready? Did you hear that? A ghost.
What was that?
It was Robbie moving his mug. I don't know what that was.
Good evening. Oh, I like that. I want to start my story like that again.
Good evening. Can I get my soundboard out for this?
Well, let me do this first.
Oh my god.
Good
The
evening.
entire table is moving. Like the mic's literally shaking and Robbie's like, it's for effect. It's scary.
It's creepy, guys.
Boo bitch. Am I right?
Boo, bitch.
Boo bitch.
Right. I should put my glasses on.
Wow.
Who knows where they are?
Preparation, guys, is astounding.
My story for you.
Mm-hmm.
Set in Edinburgh.
Oh,
In the 1900s.
the hometown.
I call this story the Buckingham Boi.
Buckingham Boi. Is that boy with an I?
It is boy with a
Boy.
Buckingham Boi.
Buckingham Boi.
So, here we start.
Hell yeah.
In the 1900s.
Good year. It's
Yeah,
not a year.
It's
It's a
a
time
really
period.
good year. I don't know what year it
Great
was.
time period.
The Gordon family, they moved into a tenement flat in Buckingham Terrace in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It's a very nice part of town.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to know is the flat they stayed in, the flat above, was uninhabited. Very important.
Okay. So no one stayed there
No one was living there at the time.
because it was gross.
It was just full of old furniture and shit.
Vintage.
So, vintage.
Could
Should go there.
People might like that.
So, I think they moved in, everything was fine.
Yeah.
And then a couple nights later,
Sure.
Mrs. Gordon was having a wee nappy nap.
Uh-huh.
And she heard noises above her.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's no one living there, she was pretty fucking freaked out.
Bitch.
So she heard banging and what sounded like furniture moving. And she was like, that's scary as shit. So
Oh, yeah.
the next day she spoke to the landlord and was like, what the fuck? And he was like,
What the fuck?
fuck you.
It's definitely how people used to talk in the 1900s.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that noise above my fucking head?
Like, fuck you, bitch.
A lot of fucks in there.
Yeah.
Sorry for
So
the swearing.
the landlord just said, is all bullshit. Shut the fuck up and go home.
More or less, yeah.
Yep. So then another time she was sleeping and she woke up suddenly and felt a presence which moved past the bed and then upstairs.
Oh dear.
And then footsteps getting louder and louder.
Oh God, you actually just scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus.
Stampy noises.
Yeah.
All the way up to this flat, and then the furniture moving and the banging happened again.
Okay.
So she was like, what the fuck? So a lot of things like that happened.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? What do I do?
It's just so funny imagining like these people from the early 1900s being like, what the fuck?
What the fuck was that fucking noise? I'm trying to listen to Ariana Grande. Jesus.
Well, maybe.
She liked Ariana. Most people do.
If you want it, take it. Should've said it
Don't start
before.
this.
Try to hide it. Fake it. Ghosts.
So, one night,
Mm.
Mrs. Gordon was out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Mr. Gordon was. I don't actually know anything about Mr. Gordon.
He was at the bingo.
He probably was at the bingo. Maybe he took his wife to the bingo. So the daughter was having a free house.
Petty.
Yeah. So she decided to stay in her mum's bed because
wild.
well, it's a double bed. She probably didn't have a double bed.
I get that.
She's like,
I
fucking
get
yes.
that. She's going to enjoy the luxury.
Yeah, but I think her mum was trying to shield her from the things that were happening. So she was having a nice sleep and woke up and felt a major presence right in front of her or beside her while she was sleeping.
Wow.
So she felt it, this sort of dark, shadowy thing move past her, go out the door, and it started going up the stairs again. She decided to follow it because why wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So she ran after it and saw this dark presence move up the stairs and then just kind of go through the door of this flat upstairs.
Yeah.
So she tries the door, unlocked. So she opens it. She hears a lot of these noises again, stampy noises and shit.
And it turns out it's a family of 100 cats that just live there dancing, partying, you know.
It's
like, you know,
aristocrats.
like remember on Babe Pig in the City, the hotel with all the animals and the room with the cats, and they're just a choir of cats and they just sing all the time. That's what was going on there.
You're taking away the scariness.
I'm sorry, but I just kind of thought, it just made me think. I was like, okay, this room is full.
Everybody wants to be a cat.
Well, yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
it wasn't a room full of 100 cats.
Could have been.
It was
They might
instead.
have moved out that night.
They're like,
You
oh,
didn't know
fuck,
that.
he's coming.
They could have all been there before, and then you're like, oh shit, she's catching on. She's coming upstairs. She's following this ghost.
Yeah, the Buckingham Boi.
The
Fuck,
Buckingham
I'm out.
Boy is going to blow our cover.
So this dark presence goes in. She hears the movement. She unlocks the door, and then she sees this dark figure bend down and what looked like put something in a grandfather clock that was there.
Okay.
She was like, okay, this is scary shit. She realized right then that it wasn't a person. It was definitely something else. So she was like, this
A
is...
dark entity.
Yeah, this is scary as shit. So she ran down, tried to forget it all. And then her mum came home and she was like, Mom,
There's something up there that
He
it's not
scared me.
cats.
So, the last time something happened was Mrs. Gordon was in her bed yet again.
Yeah.
This time she woke up to a really dark, evil presence looming over her. So she shut up.
Let's get a bit more intense now.
And she looked at the doorway, and there was this massive figure of a man, holding these rags. And he just kind of stared, turned away, and
He's
then...
like, this
went-
man has like stood in the doorway holding these rags, and he's just like, do you have a tumble dryer I could use? Because mine's is just broken and I
Mine's
need to
fucking
wash my
broke."
rags. Wash them, dry my rags.
Just like, oh, come on in.
Yeah, pop in. Have you got your own, have you got your soap, your parasols and stuff? Because we don't.
He's like, actually, psych, I'm a ghost. Woo!
Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
This happened.
Not quite like that. So, yeah, she saw this man holding rags. And then he turned, went upstairs again. She was like, that's it, I'm fucking out. So
She's done.
they left.
Fair. Me too. I'd be like, bye.
Yep, the landlord wasn't fucking happy because she was telling everyone, don't move into this flat because it's haunted. So he was
Straight
like,
up.
yeah.
Full disclaimer.
And he was like, shut the fuck up. This is my life. My life you're ruining right now. Even though he probably knew about the ghost. So anyway, she got people to... Apparently there was a lot of people that lived in that flat that felt the same things and saw the same things.
Okay, so obviously something was going on.
Yeah. And they were all trying to come up with what it might have been. And there was one story that she heard that just sounded like it fit perfectly with what happened to her. So there was a man that lived there. Don't know when.
Sure.
He was a lonely seaman.
Oh, no.
A drunk seaman.
A drunk seaman.
Drunk, dirty seaman. So he lived in the flat, and there was someone that lived upstairs.
Yeah.
It was a young family with a wee baby.
Oh. Just a small baby.
Just a small little baby. And he was a drunken arsehole, so he wasn't happy about the baby crying. So,
Oh, that fucking baby.
yeah, there was
baby.
one day he went upstairs and he knocked on the door.
Oh, no.
Shut that fucking baby up.
His exact words.
Yep. It's actually a quote. I've got the quote. It's, shut your fucking stinking baby up, you bitch.
Oh, my God.
And she was like,
What way to greet your new neighbours.
I know. Her response, I quote, simmer. That's all she had.
No.
That's
Oh,
not
my
it.
God. I was like, nah, really?
No way.
Simmer down.
Simmer down.
Buckingham Boi.
So he was like, shut the fucking baby up.
He's very drunk.
Yep. He was like, fuck.
So drunk. Stupid drunk.
Oh, fuck you. So he went back downstairs. And then there was one day, he decided to get considerably sozzled. He was sitting in his room, like,
He's loving it. Listen
Yeah.
to Ariana. Get the bops on.
Break up with the cover, 'cause of blood.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Vocal range was impressive.
That's actually the Buckingham Boi's exact vocal range, but anyway. So,
Impressive.
that day, he's listening to Ariana, and he hears this baby fucking crying again. And he's like,
Guys, Ariana was not there. Like, we're just taking the piss.
she was.
Okay, maybe she was.
She was.
I mean, who are we to know?
Exactly. Actually, the baby was called Ariana. Who knows? And he was like, right, that baby's fucking crying again.
She grew up to be a world famous pop star.
Spoilers. She does not in this story.
Oh, no.
So he's like, right, let's go. So he goes upstairs. The family decided to go out for a wee bit and leave the baby on its own. So it's screaming.
Quite right. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm so fucking done. But so was
Proud
drunken
plenty.
Buckingham Boi. So he smashes through the door, sees that baby,
No.
grabs it with all the bundle of rags,
No.
finds a knife,
No.
chops that baby's head off.
Whoa.
Yeah. Decapitates the fucking baby.
Jeez.
And now the drunken man is standing there going, I've got a dead baby.
I've just cut his head off. I don't know what to
So
do
what
now.
to do?
I'm so drunk.
Help me out of here.
I can't be held responsible for my actions when I was drunk.
So he takes the baby.
We should not laugh at that. We're laughing at the drunkenness, not the baby.
No, not the
Jeez.
baby. It's a horrible story.
Yeah,
So
it's
he takes the
dark.
baby in the rags and he puts it in a grandfather clock. Because in your drunken state, you're like, what's the best way to hide something? Something that's in glass and is see-through. That'll work.
God, no.
Then he goes back downstairs and continues
Pours
his
himself
party.
another drink.
Yeah,
Hey.
literally.
Oh my god.
So yeah, the police get called. The poor family are distraught because he's chopped this
Oh
baby's
my
head off.
God.
But think about back to the ghost story. It was a man holding a bundle of rags that goes up the stairs and then puts it in a grandfather's clock. That all seems to fit pretty nicely, wouldn't you say?
Okay. Well, see, this is the thing that people think ghosts are. They think it's a memory
Yeah.
that repeats itself. It's like leftover energy.
Yeah.
That's what a ghost is.
The only thing that I'm a bit confused about this is why would the sort of memory be of him being downstairs with the rags to then walk upstairs? Surely if you've chopped that baby's head off, you're not going to bring the baby bundle downstairs to then go back up.
I mean, well, again, this is another theory about what a ghost is, that they have unfinished business on Earth.
So kill that baby over and over again.
Well, no, this is it. Maybe it's like he's confessing and he's showing that he's done this.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, and all he got from Mrs. Gordon was, "Oh, you're scary," instead of, "You did kill that baby."
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Killed it dead.
Well done.
Jeez.
Yeah, so
Pretty fucked.
yeah, it's a fucking scary story.
It's very scary. And that's in Edinburgh, guys. We
Yeah.
live in Edinburgh.
Yep. I know that there's a lot of stories like that, so I'm ready to whap one out at any moment.
Christ.
Right now, I'm
Right
whapping
this
one
second.
out. I don't have
whapping
any more.
everything out. Oh my God.
Not quite everything. My
No.
wife's not here.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Why would you do that to her?
I know.
My
A poor woman.
Yeah.
Um, right. Do you have any other stories?
No, can we just finish?
Fucking great. I've got some of my own.
Oh, God, do we have to keep doing this? Go for it. Let me hear ya.
Okay, so you've got a choice. Either Shirime or Kukisake Onna.
Okay.
Which one would you like to hear first?
Let's go with the second one. And I'm not going to try and repeat it the way that you did because I'll mess it up. Even though it was literally about 4 seconds that you said it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, anyone that's from Japan, that's probably not how you say it.
Oh.
So this is a quick story. It's a sort of Japanese
Okay, hurry
folklore.
up, quick.
Done.
Jeez.
So this is a folklore ghost story that apparently is still about in Japan. Apparently there was, a couple of years ago, there was a lot of school kids were saying that they saw this Kukisake Onna, which is translated as slit-mouthed woman.
Oh.
And the police were like looking all over for this woman.
Ooh. Wonder where this is going.
Yeah. So, imagine yourself at a train station late at night.
I've been there.
Yep. So you're just walking about,
Waiting for the train.
you're waiting for the train, and then you lock eyes with a beautiful woman. She's
Okay.
there. And you're like, why she got a surgical mask on?
Oh. What's she hiding?
Yeah, what's she hiding?
What's
Exactly.
she hiding?
So, she walks right up to you, and she says, she actually asks you a question.
Okay.
She says, am I beautiful?
It's like me, like the train station, like takes a headphone out, being like, "What?"
I said, am I beautiful?
I'd be like, yeah."
Oh, well, now that you said yes.
Sure.
If you say yes, she reveals her surgical mask,
Oh my goodness.
and she has a slit right across her face where her mouth should be.
Ew.
So that's if you say yes, she shows that to you, and then you're like, fuck that, and you go home. If you say no, she's not beautiful, she slices your face
Wow.
the same as hers.
I mean, yeah, fair.
And that's it.
Are you kidding?
That's it.
Okay, sure. And how many people have walked around? Did you say this was Japan?
Yes.
How many people have walked around Japan with slit faces?
Quite a lot. Look it up.
What, like from ear to ear?
Yeah. It happens all the time.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Okay. Fair. I'll look out for that if I'm ever in Japan.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bullshit story, but I'm sorry, Japanese listeners. It might be
It's
true.
kind of spooky. Like, why does she target like train stations?
There's not a lot of people.
Okay.
It's just people on their own late at night, just waiting about, and she's like, I'm going to scare the shit out of them or cut their face. I don't know.
She's like sat on her phone, like on a bench, just like waiting for, like on a bench in this train station, and then someone walks in, she's like, oh, got one. You know?
She's like, Tinder's so fucking boring. Right, let's slit this guy's face. Woo!
So do you think, oh, well, you know, Tinder as well, that's interesting. Like, do you think that everyone that swipes no on her, they get a slit?
Whoa, imagine.
You know, that's dark. That's deep.
I mean,
It's a lot of slits.
she's apparently beautiful.
I'm sure she is.
And I mean, with the creepy guys on Tinder, they're all swiping right.
Yeah.
If they see any...
I'm sure she gets a few matches. She's getting herself out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I think she gets mostly matches.
I'm sure there's a few, you know, absolutely gorgeous ghosts
Gorge.
out there that are just looking for a partner.
This
You know,
is
it's
very
kind of
true.
sad, almost.
Well, maybe this can go straight on to my next story.
Okay.
She can fall in love with
Perfect segue.
Shirime.
Shirime.
So again, set in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to imagine that you're a samurai.
Sure.
So you're walking late at night on your own
As a samurai.
as a samurai.
Okay.
You're in the forest.
Really? Okay.
You're like, I just want some sake.
Stereotypes here.
I know. I'm sorry. But you want some booze. You want some rice wine.
Sure.
Like, I'm up for it.
I want a drink.
So you're walking about, and then you just hear an old man in the distance say, "Help me."
Oh.
And you're like, oh, well, better help this old man. So
Mm-hmm.
you see him in the distance. It looks just like an old man wearing a kimono, but you can't see his face.
Okay.
So as you start walking closer to help him, he immediately turns his face, takes his kimono off, and he turns around.
Whoa.
Yeah, so by the time you've got up to him, he's completely naked with his butthole in your face.
Okay, I mean, that's a lot.
Well, you think that's a lot. When you look at his butthole,
No.
there is no butthole there anymore.
What is it?
Instead, it's a large, glistening, shining eye.
Oh my God.
It's just staring
Just
at
looking
you.
at you.
Yep.
Wow.
And Shirime,
Does it blink?
yeah, I think it's just like an eye.
Just an eye.
It's just
Does
like
it have
staring
eyelashes?
at you.
What colour is this eye? Is it green, blue?
I'm going to go with a yellow.
Yellow eye.
Mm-hmm. But Shirime translated is butt eye.
Okay. Sure.
So, yeah, this is a spirit in Japan that apparently likes to just scare the shit out of people.
I love that.
It doesn't have a
With his
face.
butt eye.
Yeah, that's why it turns around so quickly. It doesn't have a face, but it's got a lovely glistening eye.
Okay.
And there you have it.
Jesus. Okay.
And I will be finding as many of these ridiculous
I mean,
stories.
I'm here for it. I think they're fun. They kind of make it a wee bit more light-hearted than dead babies.
Yeah, I know. I think that's why I needed to throw a couple of them in there.
Sure.
I mean, decapitated babies is not a nice way to stop a podcast,
No,
unless you're into that.
yeah.
Which is wrong.
It's very wrong, guys. We
Um,
won't go down that route.
no, let's not.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know about you, but I think we should round this up. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, me too.
So
My wife's about to be home.
Yeah, Mary's gonna be here soon.
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
Oh, the woman.
The woman returns. She returns to feed. She's returned to feed.
Yeah, to be fair, I did cook her dinner because I know she'll be like, where's the food?
Oh my God! Watch her burst through the store just now, but where is my feed? Stunning.
So, in conclusion,
Yeah, we've had a
Gary.
demon house in Gary,
yep, we've had Buckingham Boi
Buckingham Boi with an eye.
with an eye.
Boy.
But
Mm-hmm.
we've had the two Japanese crazy.
The butthole
Bitches.
eye guy and the smiley woman
Yep.
with the slit mouth who hangs out at train stations just waiting for the train.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. Where's she going?
She's going to Slitmouthville.
Okay, right. Okay, now we should really end this.
Yep. So the usual bullshit.
Yeah.
We have an email address that we
We
would like you to
do.
use.
And if you would like to submit all your spooky stories and experiences, or maybe topics that you would like us to cover that are related to the supernatural.
Yeah, so if you have your own story that you want us to read out, or you have a topic that you want us to discuss, email us at trickorT1@gmail.com.
Yeah.
A yarp.
Yarp. Yarp.
We've also got the Instagrams and the Facebooks.
We're on the
and
grams and the faces.
The tweeties. So find us.
Do we have Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wasn't even aware that we had Twitter.
We don't actually, but I'm about to
We
set
will
it
have a
up.
Twitter, guys. Yeah, where you can
Tweet
also
us.
submit
Submeat.
us.
Yeah, well, you better sub that meat because I'm a vegan.
Oh yeah, just to clarify, Robbie's a vegan.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've gone a good, half an hour, 40 minutes without saying it, so
He has,
had to put it in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's just.
So,
No offense to the vegans listening, guys, not at all.
no,
It's a very cool life choice.
it is a very good choice. And on that note, goes.
Ghosts.
So we will say goodbye. And
Bye.
I'm going to say bye by
It's always
saying...
important to say goodbye, guys. Remember that.
Yeah, that's true. You got to end this shit properly. So,
You know,
one,
if you do
two...
decide to use a Ouija board, then yeah, I mean, go
End
for
it.
But end it. But always say goodbye because it's polite.
Bye.
Bye.